listening to the Holy Bible 1-Year Challenge with Master Storyteller Michael Wood, featuring the easy-to-read version and used by permission from Bible League International. Enjoy the show!
Hello everyone, welcome to day 121. We are continuing in the book of Joshua, and we see the land being finally divided among the remaining tribes. And we also see the establishment of this concept of safe cities, where if you were to kill someone by accident, basically their relatives have the right to kill you. So you can run away to one of these safety cities where you can seek judgment either for you or against you. And if you should prevail, then you stay in the city until the priest there dies. And what we can get from all of the names of the city and geography is that God keeps his promises to every last detail. The Israelites have claimed the promised land. But pay attention very carefully, because there's some parts of this promised land where the Israelites did not quite conquer the people that were living there. And these people may come back to become a very big problem. And we are also continuing in the book of John. And we get to see Jesus do one of the first of many miracles. And people might enjoy the part where Mary, the mother of Jesus, asks her son to do something. And he says, "Mother, but it's not yet my time." And of course, shortly thereafter, we see the miracle that Jesus does.
If you enjoy the show, visit me at patreon.com/storymaster. You'll find the link in the description box below. By contributing as little as $1 per month, you will enable me to continue this ministry, and you'll get cool rewards too. Together, we're going to get through the Bible in 1 year. Let's get started.
Joshua chapter 19. The land for Simeon. Then Joshua gave all the families in the tribe of Simeon their share of the land. The land they got was inside the area that belonged to Judah. This is the land that was given to that tribe: Beersheba, also called Sheba, Moladah, Hazar Shaul, Bela, Ezim, Eltalad, Bethul, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazar Susah, Beth Labaioah, Beth Labaoth, and Shurahin. In all, there were 13 towns with the villages around them. They also got the towns of Ain, Rimmon, Ether, and Ashan. There were 4 towns with all the villages around them. They also got all the villages around the cities as far as Baalath Beer, or Ramah in the Negev. So this was the area that was given to the tribe of Simeon. Each family got its land. Simeon's share of land was within the area that Judah got. The people of Judah had more land than they needed, so the people of Simeon got their part of the land. Land for Zebulun. The next tribe to get their land was Zebulun. Each family in Zebulun got the land that was promised to them. The border of Zebulun went as far as Sarid. Then the border went west to Maralah and just touched Debesheth. Then it went along the ravine named Jokneam. Then the border turned to the east. It went from Sarid to Kisloth Tabor. Then it went on to Daberath and to Japhia. Then the border continued to the east to Gath Hefer and Eth Kazin. It ended at Rimmon. Then it turned and went to Neah. At Neah, the border turned again, went north to Hanathan, and then continued to the valley of Iftath El. Inside this border were their cities of Katath, Nahalal, Shimron, Idalah, and Bethlehem. In all, there were 12 towns with the villages around them. So these are the towns with all the villages around them that were given to Zebulun. Each family in Zebulun got its part of the land. Land for Issachar. The 4th part of the land was given to the tribe of Issachar. Each family in that tribe got its part of the land. This is the land that was given to that tribe: Jezreel, Kesaloth, Shunem, Hephraim, Shion, Anaharath, Rabbath, Kishion, Ebez, Remeth, and Ganim, and Haddah, and Beth Pazzazes. The border of their land touched Tabor, Shahuzamah, and Beth Shemesh. It ended at the Jordan River. In all, there were 16 towns with the villages around them. These cities and towns were part of the land that was given to the tribe of Issachar. Each family got its part of the land. Land for Asher. The fifth part of land was given to the tribe of Asher. Each family in that tribe got its part of the land. This is the land that was given to that tribe: Helkath, Hali, Beten, Akshaph, Elimelech, Amad, and Mishal. The western border continued to Mount Carmel and Shihor Libnath. Then the border turned to the east. It went to Beth Dagon. The border touched Zebulun and the valley of Ifta-el. Then it went north of Beth Emek and Neiel. It passed north of Kabul. Then the border went to Abdon, Rehob, Hammon, and Cana. It continued to the greater Sidon area. Then the border went back south to Ramah. It continued to the strong city of Tyre. Then the border turned and went to Hosah, and ended at the sea near Akzib, Umah, Aphek, and Rehob. In all, there were 22 towns with the villages around them. These cities with the villages around them were given to the tribe of Asher. Each family in that tribe got its share of the land. The land for Naphtali. The sixth part of land was given to the tribe of Naphtali. Each family in that tribe got its share of the land. The border of their land started at the large tree near Zananim. This was near Heleph. Then the border went through Adami Nekeb and Jabneel. It continued to Lachum and ended at the Jordan River. Then the border went to the west through Aznoth Tabor. It ended at Hukok. The southern border touched Zebulun, and the western border touched Asher. The border went to Judah at the Jordan River to the east. There were some very strong cities inside these borders. They were Zedim, Zer, Hamath, Raketh, Kennereth, Adamah, Ramah, Hazor, Kadesh, Edrei, and Hazor, Iron, Migdal El, Horem, Bethanath, and Beth Shemesh. In all there were 19 towns with the villages around them. These cities with the villages around them were given to the tribe of Naphtali. Each family in that tribe got its land. The land for Dan. The land was given to the tribe of Dan. Each family in that tribe got its land. This is the land that was given to them: Zorah, Eshtaol, Shemesh, Shalabin, Ajalon, Ithla, Elon, Timnah, Ekron, Eltekeh, Gibbethon, Baalath, Jehud, Ben Barak, Gathramon, Mezragon, Rakan, and the area near Joppa. But the people of Dan had trouble taking their land. There were strong enemies there, and the people of Dan could not easily defeat them. So the people of Dan went to the northern part of Israel and fought against Laish. They defeated Laish and killed the people who lived there. So the people of Dan lived in the town of Laish. They changed the name to Dan because that was the name of the father of their tribe. All these cities with the villages around them were given to the tribe of Dan. Each family got its share of the land. The land for Joshua. So the leaders finished dividing the land and giving it to the different tribes. After they finished, all the Israelites decided to give Joshua, son of Nun, some land too. This was land that was promised to him. The Lord had commanded that he get this land. So they gave Joshua the town of Timnath-Serah and the hill country of Ephraim. This was the town that Joshua told them he wanted. He built the town stronger and lived there. All these lands were given to the different tribes of Israel. Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the leaders of each tribe met together at Shiloh to divide the land. They met before the Lord at the entrance of the meeting tent. So they finished dividing the land. Joshua chapter 20. The cities of safety. Then the Lord said to Joshua,
"Through Moses, I told you to choose some cities to be cities of safety. Anyone who kills someone accidentally can go to a city of safety to hide from the relatives who want to kill him. If you accidentally kill someone and you run away to one of those cities, you must stop at the entrance of the city and tell the leaders of the people what happened. Then the leaders can allow you to enter the city. They will give you a place to live among them. If someone chases you and follows you to that city, the leaders of the city must not give you up. They must protect you because you came to them for safety after killing someone by accident, not out of anger. You did not plan to kill the person. You should stay in that city until the court has judged you and until the high priest dies. Then you may go back to your hometown.
So the Israelites chose some cities to be called cities of safety. These are the cities: Kadesh in Galilee, in the hill country of Naphtali; Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim; Kiriath Arba, or Hebron, in the hill country of Judah; Bezer, east of the Jordan River, across from Jericho; in the desert area, in the land of Reuben; Ramoth and Gilead in the land of Gad; and Golan and Bashan in the land of Manasseh. All Israelites, or any immigrants living among them, who killed someone by accident, were allowed to run away to one of these cities of safety. They could be safe there and not be killed by anyone chasing them. The court in that city would judge them. Joshua chapter 21, verses 1 through 19. Towns for priests and Levites. The family rulers of the Levite tribe went to talk to Eleazar the priest, to Joshua son of Nun, and to the rulers of the other tribes of Israel. At Shiloh in the land of Canaan, the Levite rulers said to them, "The Lord gave Moses a command. He commanded that you give us towns to live in, and that you give us fields where our animals can eat." So the Israelites obeyed this command from the Lord, and gave the Levites these towns, and the land around them for their animals. The Kohath family groups were descendants of Aaron, the priest, from the tribe of Levi. Part of the Kohath family was given 13 towns in the areas that belonged to Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin. The other Kohath families were given 10 towns in the areas that belonged to Ephraim, Dan, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. The people from the Gershon family were given 13 towns. These towns were in the areas that belonged to Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and the half-tribe of Manasseh that was in Bashan. The people from the Merari family were given 12 towns. These towns came from the areas that belonged to Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So the Israelites gave the Levites these towns and the fields around them, just as the Lord had told Moses. These are the names of the towns that were in the areas that belonged to Judah and Simeon. The first choice of towns was given to the Levites from the Kohath family group. They gave them the town of Kiriath Arba, named for a man named Arba, the father of Anak. It is now known as Hebron. They also gave them some fields near the town for their animals. But the fields and the small towns around the city of Kiriath Arba belonged to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. So they gave the city of Hebron to Aaron's descendants. It was a city of safety. They also gave Aaron's descendants the towns of Libnah, Jatir, Eshtemoa, Holon, Debir, Ayen, Juttah, and Beth Shemesh. They also gave them some of the fields near these towns for their animals. These 9 towns were from the 2 tribes of Judah and Simeon. The Israelites also gave Aaron's descendants cities that belonged to the tribe of Benjamin. These cities were Gibeon, Geba, Anathoth, and Almon. They gave them these 4 towns and some of the fields near the towns for their animals. In all, they gave 13 towns to the priests, the descendants of Aaron. They also gave them some fields near each town for their animals. John chapter 2, verses 1 to 25. The wedding at Cana. 3 days later, there was a wedding in the town of Cana in Galilee, and Jesus' mother was there. Jesus and his followers were also invited. At the wedding, there was not enough wine, so Jesus' mother said to him,
They have no more wine.
Jesus answered, Mother, why are you telling me this? The right time for me has not yet come. His mother said to the servants,
Do what he tells you.
There were 6 stone jars there that were used by the Jews in their washing ceremonies. Each one held about 80 to 120 liters. Jesus said to the servants, Fill the jars with water. So they filled them to the top. Then he said to them, Now, dip some out and take it to the man in charge of the feast. So they did what he said. Then the man in charge tasted it, but the water had become wine. He did not know where the wine had come from, but the servants who brought the water knew. He called the bridegroom and said to him, People always serve the best wine first. Later, when guests are drunk, they serve the cheaper wine. But you have saved the best wine until now. This was the first of all the miraculous signs Jesus did. He did it in the town of Cana in Galilee. By this, he showed his divine greatness, and his followers believed in him. Then Jesus went to the town of Capernaum. His mother and brothers and his followers went with him. They all stayed there for a few days. Jesus at the temple. It was almost time for the Jewish Passover, so Jesus went to Jerusalem. There in the temple area, he saw men selling cattle, sheep, and doves. He saw others sitting at tables, exchanging and trading people's money. Jesus made a whip with some pieces of rope and chased all the sheep and cattle out of the temple area. He turned over the tables of the money traders and scattered their money. Then he said to those who were selling pigeons, Take these things out of here. Don't make my Father's house a place for buying and selling. This caused his followers to remember these words written in the scripture. My love for your temple will destroy me. Some Jews said to Jesus,
Show us a miracle as a sign from God. Prove that you have the right to do these things.
Jesus answered, Destroy this temple, and I will build it again in 3 days. They answered,
People worked 46 years to build this temple. Do you really believe you can build it again in 3 days?
But when Jesus said this temple, he was talking about his own body. After he was raised from death, his followers remembered that he had said this. So they believed the scripture. They believed what Jesus said. Jesus and Nicodemus. Jesus was in Jerusalem for the Passover festival. Many people believed in him because they saw the miraculous signs he did there. But Jesus did not trust them because he knew how all people think. He did not need anyone to tell him what a person was like. He already knew. Thank you, everyone. That was day 121. Join us for day 122. Joshua calls a meeting of all the tribes. 3 of the tribes are asked to leave Canaan and go back home to Gilead. But it's good news for them. In fact, it's a reward for their service to the Israelites. And in the book of John, we learn about a man named Nicodemus. He was an important Pharisee leader, and he comes to Jesus for a private one-to-one session, and he'll find himself challenged by both his knowledge and his salvation. We hope you enjoyed today's verses. Be sure to leave us a positive review and to share this podcast with your friends and family. Please join us for the next episode as we experience the Bible in 1 year.
Did you know we offer online courses in creative writing, literature, and web design? Visit us at storymaster.online to learn more.